Good evening, Professor. This is Christina. So welcome to assignment number 4. So the assignment is about how to create a BMI calculator. So let me start by running the program. So here is how my BMI calculator looks like. So of course I started to do the interface design on the Windows form before I put in the code. So this BMI calculator will accept an input, either a metric unit or an imperial unit. So in metric unit, the application will accept centimeter for the height and then kilograms for the weight. So if the user click on the calculate BMI button, it will just display the BMI result on the upper part. So let me try by putting 160 centimeter for the height and 70 kilograms for the weight. So BMI is 27.34, which is overweight because the normal is just less than 25. So I've also added a reset button for the bonus mark, so it will just clear out all the data on the text box. And so when the user click on the imperial, it changes from centimeter to inches for the height and from kilograms to pounds for the weight. So let's try 67 inches and then a weight of 160 pounds. So still 25.06 is more than the normal BMI, so it's overweight. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain the codes. Alright, so here is my code for the BMI calculator form.cs. So let's go here. Alright, so first, what I did was to make sure to only accept numeric input for the height and weight text box. So here is my code. So this code will just allow the 0 to 9 for the numeric input, plus it will also allow a backspace and a decimal. So we have to make sure that we can only accept one decimal point. So I made this code to limit the decimal point to 1, so we will not be having any problems in terms of computation. So this code is for the height text box, and this is for the weight text box. Basically, it's just the same thing. Does the same thing. Making sure that we'll limit the input to a number. So user cannot input anything else aside from the number. So for the reset button, in the event that the user click it, so it will just clear out all the text box so that it will be the application will be ready to take in a new input for the user. So for the calculate button, so in the event that the user click it, so first of course we have to make sure that the text box are not empty. So what I did is to create an if-else statement. So if the text box is null, or if it's empty, either the weight text box or the height text box, it will display an error message, which is please enter your weight and height. Now, if the user input both the height and weight, then the program will start the calculation. So if the user click or present the metric radio button, so here is the formula. So that's going to be weight over height in meter multiplied by height in meter. Else, this is the formula for BMI for the imperial unit. So again, we've used if else if for to show whether the BMI is the BMI is normal, overweight, underweight, or obese. Now for the result text box, we just use round so that we can limit the decimal places into 2 and round off the answer. Now for the imperial radar button, so of course if it's checked, as I mentioned, the text box that displays kilograms will be changed into pounds, and the text box that displays in centimeter will change into inches. So of course when the user click that, we have to clear out. We also have to clear out we have to clear out all the input so we can accept a new input. And the same thing with the metric radar button. When it's checked, it will again change, or it will display this kilograms and centimeter, and then we clear out all the text box as well, so that we can make sure that we will not be having any problems in terms of computation. We have to make sure that we will only accept new input for the user. So that's all the codes that I have for the BMI calculator. So the program, it is already there. I didn't change anything from the program.cs because it already calls around the form which contains the codes that I have. So I think that's from me, Professor. Thank you and have a good night.